Hey, Sean's here, so I figured I'm AFK waiting for a mob to spawn. I'd kind of explain this because I've seen two. Right, well, actually, the documentation on the wiki is good. But anyways, so the point here is just to show how kind of like scan events works, like Scan events. Just a really simple implementation I used for One Armed Bandit for the tornadoes on Mythic, just to like make it way easier and like not have to spend less energy on it, but it's gonna apply to a lot of things. So with scan events function in weak cores, you can use that basically for basically like IPC, interprocess communication, just way to like signal events so that like other weak cores can do stuff with it. So basically like the function for it is this right here, weakcores.scan events. And the way it works is it takes in a variable amount of arguments, but you'll see kind of the way I implement it here. And there's definitely better ways, like way more elegant ways to implement it than how I have it here, but I'll show you like the basic kind of gist behind it. So we're gonna use for this, just because I still haven't figured out how to like read other weak war environments. We're just gonna use a global variable for this, and that can be declared in Lua with this syntax right here and this notation. Just do underscore g, then do bracket, then in quotes you put the name of the global variable that you want, set it equal to whatever you want here, and this is not, I forget if Lua is strongly typed or statically or dynamically typed, but we're just going to set it to a bool here. So I think this reads it as, I would say it's probably dynamically typed because this reads it automatically as a boolean here. So I'm going to use false. And this is basically, so I have a global variable, again, T signal. Tornado signal is basically what it's saying. So this is basically saying that this global variable is just a simple boolean, and we can do stuff with that, right? So the way I'm going to use it here is that when this weak aura activates, and this is again supposed to be like for the tornadoes, I just use like a simple like aura applied thing here. I think I was using like echo just to trigger it. But there's a lot of different ways you can do this to test things out.
I need mana
So like
first.
you'll see when I apply echo, when it like reads the combat logs and sees that echo was applied to something, it can be like anything, then this signal gets set to true, and then it'll also, what you call it, and this is on hide actually. So basically when this goes away, when this dodge tornado
I
thing goes away
require a
here,
target.
when it counts down in 8 seconds, when this goes away, it's basically going to set that global variable T signal to true, and it's going to fire an event, right? And that event, again, with weakcores.scan events, you can send these events here. You basically have weakcores, fire off a custom event, and this event you can name it here. We'll name it T signal update. And then I'm going to pass also the status of the T signal global variable. So again, this is true at this point in time. And the way I implemented this, it has some like things with race conditions. Again, I made it pretty quick, and it's not, again, very elegant. A lot of better ways you can do this. But again, this is just like a really simple implementation. So then the way that we like read events in weakcores is, so we'll come here, we'll set like trigger, and then we do a custom, custom trigger. And then we'll need like an event type, and there's obviously way more advanced stuff you can do with this, but again, this is meant to be very simple. And so again, we named our event T signal update, so we'll just put that into the events thing. And then with the custom trigger, we have to do something a little bit different. So you can generally just structure it like as like this, basically, and then like an event, and that'll like work for the most part as like a actual like trigger. But again, in this case, we want it only to actually like read it when this event fires, and that variable is actually reading as true. So with this, we can set it to basically only properly return something when the status is true, right? So that'll fire off when it's true, and this is how you basically get another weak core to read that event, right? And we can tell if it's actually like, obviously this Weakaura works, it's fully functional and everything, but like if you want to like, you know, do some little debugging, we can go ahead and use the classic print statement. And you can see like when this finishes counting down, it'll print stat or the value that's in the global variable t signal, right? So that's how that works, basically. Again, pretty quick and dirty. I hope I explained it like decently well, but yeah, that's like really all you need to like get started to like really get like signaling and like events working between Weakauras. If you just kind of understand that concept, then you can do a lot more complicated stuff than what you could normally do. Some custom code there, yeah. So I hope this helped. If it didn't, you know, that sucks. Like my Vera spawn, so this is pretty sick timing as well. Peace.